What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode. Hopefully the last episode of putting this Corolla back together. Yeah, unless something major goes wrong, it should be pretty quick to get this thing put back together. Basically, last episode we got it put back in the car. So now we got to put the crank pulley back on, get the AC pump on, power steering pump on, throw the carburetor on, and then just hook everything up, all the electrical stuff and fuel and whatnot. But yeah, there's really not much left, so let's get to it. Alright, got the AC and power steering pumps put on. I'm going to put the alternator on next. He's working on putting the clutch actuator on, and probably then the shift linkage. So probably not going to be too many clips of putting this stuff on. It's not that interesting anyway, so we're going to get it knocked out, and yeah, I'll keep you updated. Alright guys, I'll just give you a quick little update. So, I don't know, we got spark plug wires, this stuff for the water, all of the accessories for AC, power steering, alternator are all good. Got the main serpentine belt on.
The linkage is all done for the shift.
Shift linkage is done.
All the motor mounts are back in finally.
Yeah, I got the other two motor mounts on that I didn't put on yesterday. Yeah, I think that's about it, but yeah, I'll show you guys this real quick because I thought it was hilarious. This cap says Toyota with a D.
Throw some D's on it.
Alright, I think we got everything pretty much hooked up. We've got like this thing for the heater hose. I gotta find some bolts for that. Gotta put the radiator in still. Gotta put the carb on still. But the carb, since I'm deleting most of the emission stuff, pretty much all this can just disappear. So I'll probably mess with that tomorrow and yeah, get the carb stripped down, get all that stuff off of there. And then I think there's still some stuff in the bay that can get removed. Like, I think this big canister can go, and yeah, just some other things. But basically there should be only one vacuum line running off the carb, so everything else that was getting run to it can just go away. And then yeah, I'll need to get some caps to cap off all the vacuum lines. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for tonight. I'll pick it up tomorrow. Alright guys, I'm pretty much working on this thing after work, so I'm just gonna do a few things every day. But today I'm gonna try to we're gonna put this heater hose on, and let's see, I need to make a block off plate for the EGR, which goes into the back of the intake manifold. I don't know if you can see it or not, but basically for that I'm just gonna take the old EGR valve and cut the flange off of it and just fill the hole with weld. Should work. And then yeah, I was gonna try to clean up the carburetor and get all these little vacuum pods off of here, but I'm not gonna end up actually keeping that carburetor on here anyway, so I'm just gonna leave them on and block off all the little knobs on there. So yeah, I'll get to it.
Don't need that.
since I know somebody's gonna cry about taking the EGR off, you can see it basically wasn't doing anything anyway. It's just full of carbon, so YOLO. Okay, so here's the EGR blocked off with the plate. Still gotta find the other nut. I'll throw the carb on real quick. Okay, so forgot to put this plate in between the carb and the intake manifold. There's this heater that is in there for some stupid reason, but taking that out, but it leaves this gap here, so I'm gonna find something to fill that up with and put it in. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting in the wiring. So I think most of these at this point won't be used with all the stuff that I pulled out, but still need some of them, so I'm gonna work on that. Alright guys, so yeah, with this plate that I took this heater thing out of, I was thinking about just filling it with RTV, but it's a pretty big gap to just fill with RTV, so I think what I'm gonna do instead is just take this thing and do that, toss it back in there for now, and yeah, when I get a new carb I'll probably find some plastic filler or something to put in there, do it right then, but this should work for now, just to fill the gap. So I got new gaskets and stuff for it, so it should seal up pretty well. But yeah. Okay guys, it's been a couple days now. I came out last night and was gonna work on it, and the camera was dead, but I decided to just go ahead and finish everything up off camera. So I got all the vacuum ports on the carb plugged up that aren't being used, and finished up connecting the wiring harness to everything that's there, and yeah, just put on a couple of little nuts and bolts that were missing still. So yeah, at this point it's pretty much ready to start up. But last night I decided to go ahead and try to give it just a little bit of a crank, and not really try to start it up, just see if it'll turn over, and nothing happened. So yeah, I thought it was the starter, so I took that in this morning and got that tested. Came back fine, and was sitting here messing with it, and I've pretty much narrowed it down to it just being a bad ground for the starter. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can figure something out about that, and then we'll try to get this thing started. Okay, so basically what I've decided to do is I found this wire here, and I'm just gonna make my own ground, and yeah, I'm gonna go from the starter bolt here up to right here, which is actually where the battery is grounded to. So that wire runs right to the negative terminal on the battery, so there should be no problem at all with the grounding for the starter. Only problem with this wire is these connectors on the end don't fit around the bolt, so what I'm going to do is just cut a slit in the end of here and try to bend this out some, and yeah, should work. So we'll see. Yep, so got it bent out, and now it fits pretty nicely over this bolt. Just gonna do the same to this end. Already cut it, just gonna bend it out and put it on. Alright, got the new ground hooked up. Let's see if it cranks over. Alright, problem solved. Yeah, it's pretty much ready to start up. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the radiator in, get some coolant in there. I don't plan on really running it very long for the first startup, but might as well get it in there anyway. And yeah, just gonna do a quick look over and make sure everything's good, and we'll see if it works. Oh, I should probably put on the lower hose first. Got a water leak. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but there's a paper towel stuck into the block from when I was painting it, and I guess the paint just covered it up perfectly and I didn't see it. So yeah, I'm gonna pull that paper towel out and figure out what went there. Alright guys, got that hole plugged up. Turned out to just be a plug. So I got that in, and yeah, I guess it's time for the moment of truth. Let's see if this thing starts. There's gas?
I can smell it.
Can you see it?
Just pop the throttle for a while so you can pull some gas through. Starter did work.
Alright, it's taking forever for the gas to get up there, so I'm gonna, I guess, try to siphon some gas out into a cup or something, pour it in there. Here. Yeah.
Fien's high from huffing gas, so we're gonna just go buy gas now.
Yeah, I just spent like 20 minutes, I don't even know how long it was, trying to siphon this gas and got nothing. Except high. That gas is definitely bad, but I'm just gonna run to the gas station and get a container of gas. So be back after. Alright guys, got some gas. Time for try 2. Go. It was on fire.
They have a fire extinguisher. You shouldn't be shooting flames back out your.
It wasn't coming out the car, it was coming out the exhaust. It was just a lot of flames.
Okay.
Try again?
There.
Okay, so we just threw a timing light on there, and I don't see any mark at all while we're cranking it. So thinking it might be 180 degrees off. So I'm gonna pull the cap on the distributor, see if we can get it right. Alright guys, redid the timing on the distributor, so see if it works now. Go ahead. Well, sounded like it was going to start, but now we have a leak. Oil leak.
Oil.
It was just like pouring out. I didn't know if that was the oil was pouring in.
Okay, I guess time to investigate that. Oil temperature sensors. Apparently you need these. That's where it was leaking from. Okay, try 4 or 5. I don't know. Trying again. Stop putting a fuel in. Go ahead and crank it. Still not getting its own fuel, but it runs now. Okay guys. This video's got to be like half an hour long at this point, so it's going to be the end of this video. Tune in next time. Figure out why it's not getting any fuel. Probably an empty tank. It's been sitting for like half a year, so yeah, we'll figure that out, get the suspension on, and hopefully drive it. But it runs now. So